Alright, so follow me down this rabbit hole. If you are watching this type of content, you guys have probably seen other ghillie sniping-like content. All of them I love so much because it just brings a completely different perspective to the game, and it's kept it fresh for me for a while. But one of the huge selling points for me as the ghillie lifestyle, if you will, is the no glint sniping. And I can promise you, if you're watching this, you guys have probably seen other YouTubers do no glint sniping as well. So after doing it for so long and getting into enough engagements where I'm not really understanding the bullet drop and I'm not really understanding the travel time itself, I've noticed that there's one of two things. So what I've done, I call it sniping with the telescope with the computer on top. And what we're going to be doing as a whole is very large glint sniping. So if I can remember correctly, the very large glint goes away at about 250 meters. So at minimum, we're going to be trying to get engagements at 250 meters and out. So a lot of this is going to have to do with positioning. A lot of this is going to have to do with putting yourself, and also having map rotation knowledge a little bit, and just putting yourself in a position where you can get a lot of eliminations at really long distances, catching people off guard. So there's a lot that goes to it, and I'm even going to show in these as well, in these clips as well, as that there's a lot of opportunities that they come and go so quickly, and that's something that I've actually come to enjoy probably the most out of anything else, is the, all pun intended, but like the window of opportunity, if you will, to get an elimination is so short that when you actually do get the elimination, I kid you not, like pulling the dopamine lever is like synonymous with rechambering, especially like when you hit those like 400 plus meter shots. So with all that said, you guys are going to be seeing a couple of highlights on the front end, and then you're going to be seeing the progression that is the long range sniping, getting myself into position all the way as we continue towards end game and positioning myself to then pull out the no glint sniping. So again, a lot of it has to do with positioning. I've also found that my best friend in these have been a really good secondary, which is like the kilo, and also having screen mines. Like, I'm gonna live and die by those things because there's so many instances, and you know, thankfully it's not as bad as it used to be when Verdansk initially dropped, with the Berthas just being everywhere. But that's still a pretty viable strategy in the solos realm, is to just drive around in a car all day long, and you don't really run into a lot of people that put a trophy system on top. So when that does happen and you just get run over, all right, but it's a little bit of a gamble that, again, it makes it fun. Like, I'm not playing this for money. I'm not trying to join an esports team. Like, this is just a high risk, high reward for me. If I don't make it, well, then I'll just re-queue again.
Changing mag. Psycho. Setting mine. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Reloading. Only 2 left. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Ammo here. Got gas moving in. Done.
If you guys made it to the end, I appreciate that. Please consider liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of short, medium, and long range sniping, so stay tuned.